Hi friends, welcome to my channel and I'm really super happy and excited. Thank you for your best wishes and support and all the love which all have extended to me. When I say ki, it's an acknowledgement, it's not about saying how pretty, beautiful you are. Even that one line which my regulars send me, it is like an acknowledgement. Oh, they are watching it and I'm feeling good about it, right? That not many people put that effort of writing. I don't know, maybe it's hard work these days. Type it, yeah, you're on a touch screen, do something, right? At least 2 3 sentences which make sense, right? So that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, why are we consciously I've seen ladies generally, because this narcissism educational channel is targeted to women because they're thinking they are born victim. जैसे पैदा होते हैं हम लोग victim हैं तो they're making us feel special and privileged, that okay, we are catering to this special gender called females. So we are giving them narcissism education channel free of cost on the platform YouTube. I'm being little dramatic right now, but I'm literally telling you something over here. Ki consciously and subconsciously, I see people trying to educate themselves on narcissism or psychological terms, clinical terms. Let me tell you one thing, that we all carry the traits of narcissism, either overt or covert. Okay? So, using that term and misusing it and overusing it is ugly. Okay? Understand that when we are playing the victim, when we are the. I'm not saying that such things don't happen, such things happen. But we have to understand, if we didn't have this useless and additional information, these are terminologies, they're just explaining you how things are working. But I've seen people being obsessed because they want to label themselves codependent, trauma bonding, future faking, ghosting, blocking, stonewalling, yellowstone, grey stone. क्या चल रहा है ये? Hazing, gaslighting is another favorite thing of theirs, of these psychologists. you know ये तो मुझे वो लगता है ना, amateur kind of life coaches who know about, who are victims, who are married 2 3 times and divorced, then they become narcissist, like how their partners have abused them. मैंने बोला it's a two-way process. If you're that empowered, I really wonder if you're abused. Maybe the expectations are not matching, the possibilities are there, heavy handed. So don't make it everything your story, it is their story. Okay, and mostly I'll say 99% of the women are divorced and they're remarried, usme bhi they are not happy, they'll be divorcing for the second time. They are in live-in relationship with their twin flames or soulmate, then they find this amazing nice guy, and then they're married for the second time in their 50s or something, and they're like, I met this amazing man and I'm so happy, then I walked out with my child when he was 1 years old. And then the other one was like, I was pregnant and yet I walked off. You have to understand, it is their story with their situation. And then maybe he was financially struggling and he was cheating with another person, but he wasn't good to me when I was sick. Yes, it is their story. What is your story? It might resonate with you, but what is your story? Don't force yourself to fit in the crowd. It is their story, because they are victims. When I used to watch these, I used to see these single mothers coming and talking about being a victim, especially these black females. They are single mothers and they are talking, my baby daddy, and then they are having another boyfriend, when they are having children, living together. How messed up you are in your head. You haven't seen any stability, you don't know what a relationship. And that girl will be barely 25. Okay, when she'll be 25, her children will be 5 or 6 years old. So they are pregnant at the age of 18 or 19. Can you believe that? So that doesn't become your story. Okay, So just relax that ass of yours. And then we have these the so-called psychologists. These women come and give a lot of tricks and tips on boundaries. I said boundaries do not work. At least in Indian cultures, it doesn't work. There's nothing called boundary. Boundary is in cricket. छः लगा दिया, छक्का लगा दिया. यहाँ पे if you'll say boundary है ना, they'll mess around with you more. They'll be more toxic with you. The more offended you, the more they'll trigger you. The more they'll outrage you. बोलते हैं ना यहाँ पे वो कांडी करने की आदत है. So don't go actively looking out for little bit of things, differences or degree narcissist. नहीं, people are people come with their baggages, people come with their backgrounds, people come with shitty attitudes. Sometimes their head is so messed up because of their background or whatever they are going through, and they are not willing to change their attitude. I can give my own example. When I changed my attitude to a couple of things, I saw situation and circumstances changing for me. You should not be dramatic. Don't be pulled into this conflict. Intermittent approach, avoidant scenarios, or silent treatment, or what else? What else are they saying? Narcissistic stare, narcissistic fluffing. ये क्या नॉनसेंस वाली चीज़ें हैं? जैसे साइकोलॉजी ना, जैसे बैठ के अपना खाना बना रहे हैं ना घर पे, वैसे लंच ब्रेकफास्ट डिनर, दैट्स हाउ दे अपलोड देयर वीडियोस, समटाइम्स 3 in a day. And what do they have? Borderlines are there, then bipolar is there, then this, I don't know, they have so many terminologies. You'll be frightened. Your small brain cannot store so much of data. It's about processing the data. If you know the information, well and good. For me, I used to understand clinical terms. It becomes easier to understand things. It's not that I'm obsessed with it. It's there. I heard it, done and dusted. People have daddy issues, mummy issues. We have to understand ki what is this double bind method is when people, if you do it also they have a problem, and if you don't do it also it's a problem. In walking in eggshells, you have to understand that if it's a patriarchy, then males would prefer to have a certain amount of control in the house. They do have that. And women who take the place of men, I'll tell you about the Indian household culture. When the man is no more, if he's in 50s and 60s and he's no more, and the woman becomes the head of the house, she becomes the same thing like her husband, control and authority and all that, treading on eggshells, every time. Narcissistic abuse, it's all fed into our heads, to make small thing bigger issues. Stop this obsession with terminologies, clinical terms, technical terms. Stop confusing yourself. Stop being so chaotic and neurotic in your head, erratic and hyperactive and all over the place with your knowledge. Oh my god, look at her, she's such a borderline. चाइल्डहुड ट्रॉमा, कॉम्प्लेक्स PTSD, और क्या है यार, ADHD, और क्या है, OCD, पैरानोया, स्किज़ोफ्रेनिया, dependent personality, delusional, hallucinating. They'll make videos on this, they will just keep repeating themselves, oh, delusional personality disorder, or DI. Like, how much can you speak on the same subject? But they are gift of glib, they have this tongue which they can twist and turn. No wonder people are so messed up. I see youngsters now when they are on dating sites. If you are on dating sites, means definitely hookup. Definitely casual sex, casual relationship. चलिए कहीं घूमने जाते हैं. Let's go Dutch. You're so bored. चलो, you'll have variety. It's like fishing. There's no satisfaction in anything. YouTube is purposely, the social media, I'm just talking particularly YouTube, purposely they are floating these kind of platforms, they are encouraging and promoting them. Why? So that women are messed up. I'll tell you, everything is connected biblically. Even the serpent tempted woman because she has a weak mind. No, I'm not putting my womanhood down, but it is easier to convince a woman because men are generally so like stuck up, na, frozen रहते हैं. Oh, should I do it? But God said not to do it, so I probably not do it. The woman is like, why not do it? Why not see it? Why not get that knowledge? So it is like that, it's like a forbidden fruit which we are running behind. I'm just saying, unnecessary knowledge, unnecessary will just keep you merry-go-round. You'll be in a hamster's wheel. How much can you take it? How much can your brain process? Just because we are educated doesn't mean we have to gather so many baggages in our life. Life was simple back then. People knew how to adjust and live with each another. Now it's not possible. Sometimes I regret going abroad. Rather than that, I would have literally started, having a traditional relationship or marriage or something, and I do regret it. But I didn't regret it then, and I didn't regret till the other time, but I was just looking back and saying, what a waste it is, na? Not that I wanted to go, but it was an opportunity which came to me, and I did it. And not that I was in the frame of mind to be that marriage thing or something, though I was getting many proposals, too many proposals, but I was not thinking that way, right? See, when you marry at the right time, you are on a different phase of life. Now, when you're married in your later stage, your thought process is completely different because you know so many things. You're not exploring. You know it all. So yeah, I am not saying that I have any regrets in this part of my life. I am completely happy in my current situation also. Thank you. But I'm just saying, maybe that time I was not open. Maybe if I were, and I knew it also, I said if I were to get married also, I would have been such a disaster that I would have made a life miserable for that other person. With my feminist wale attitudes and my hot-headedness, I would say tata, bye bye, thank you very much, and walked off. So I knew that deep down, if I didn't want to hurt people. I'm not selfish. So let us be very, very honest about ourselves. Yeah, if you're not ready for a relationship, don't force yourself to be into it. Don't play around with other people's emotions and lives and resources. At least I was, God has blessed me. He's like, you're an honest person. You are that woodcutter with the wooden axe. Now take this silver and gold also. Everything happens in time. When you're prepared mentally and physically and emotionally and spiritually, the kind of partner which is suited for you is available, will be there somewhere around, and you'll be attracting that sort of a person. It's a fact. Okay. So stop hankering behind these narcissism articles on the net. Go around hunting for it. Let me know more. These videos on social platforms, be it on Insta or TikTok, people being as victims, and they're all caked up and dolled up. No, but I'm living my best life. Suddenly they become victorious. They become survivors who are like all successful and thriving and happening, and then they start their workshop, and then they start their forum, or they start their support group. Oh God, this is a never ending tale of sorrow. Don't. Everybody's life journey is unique. You might just pick up to certain things, but it amplifies or magnifies when you see it in a video, when you have so much of overload of information, and when they are speaking so dramatically in that proper English with all those graphics. So everything is magnified, everything is solidified in your head. So come out of it, get a life, and learn to face your problems. You sit down and write. Don't go so much into journaling. Don't write a novel out of your misery. You will be sad. Just write what you have to. If you have to recover from certain things, how are you going to find tricks and tips for yourself? You will be guided. What do I need to do? What is my available resources? If I'm going to move my ass out, who's going to support me? Think very realistically. No contact, minimum contact, that's another thing. Moving out is another thing. Unless and until you're physically hammered, there's domestic violence. Then it's another emotional abuse. That's on. If you can handle the emotional abuse, then it's a different thing. And at the same time, you're keeping things under control. Happy go lucky, na? But if you're bickering all the time, both of you bickering, take a space and then see, check it out. If it's working out, then take care. Otherwise, tata, bye bye. Okay? Take care of yourselves. Have a nice day. Bye.